Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the south-afrifur podcast. What the hell, Raven? Sorry, you're listening to Scratch. Hello,
Yo,
Scratch.
hi.
Echte Sinte
Hey.
from furry.fm and obviously myself, Ivik Wolf.
Unfortunately,
Welcome to the podcast, as usual, here at 8 o'clock CAT, or Central African Time. And obviously you're here because you want to be, or you're bored, or you're all of the above. And yeah, so we've got one of the fur.fm guys who was recently placed onto the fur.fm crew.
Yeah, pretty recently. Like 4 months ago, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what's your role?
It's been. I'm chief editor of the news group, and I occasionally visit the guys during their during an interview or something like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, geez, chief editor. That always sounds like the CE, the C-Ed. How,
It's
yeah.
it sounds more impressive than it actually is. it's, it's like I have a couple of I have a couple of people that I essentially demand something off,
Uh-huh.
and that's just it. I mean, we have a news thing that we have to hit each month. Sorry, I excuse in advance,
No
but
worries.
it has been a while since I got to talk since I got to talk in English for a considerable amount of time.
No worries.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's just a goal we have to hit each month, and if it's hit, I celebrate. If it isn't hit, if the goal isn't met,
You
I
celebrate anyway.
yeah, and yeah, celebrate anyway. Yeah, no, I have to get mad at people, and actually I don't like that. I don't like that aspect of it, but that's just it.
Hmm. Okay. So, I mean, with the whole news group thing, obviously you guys are starting a new, um, I guess, news-related episodes on Fur.fm. As far as I hear, it's like, what, once a month, I believe?
Yeah, it's kind of a review mirror thing of what happened that month, and yeah.
Is it mostly German or is it international news?
It is German, but there are some vague plans of making it international.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And obviously, for those of you who don't know, we have been working with Fur.fm in respect to possibly getting in on this ourselves as well. Creating an English version of the same news that they would be doing, possibly more internationally focused, I guess.
hmm
At least that's what the small amount of talks that we've had have been going on. Maybe a little bit of South African news, SA flavor, nothing but biltong and rovots and
Rooibos
the
tea.
sounds of burning buildings. But then again, that's beside the point.
hmm Huzzah for burning schools.
Yeah, nothing better than burning schools.
Nothing better.
It's gonna be amazing. So, I mean, and your persona, as far as I remember, is a dragon, if I'm not mistaken.
Then you correct. No, you remember incorrectly. It's a
Oh,
fox.
oh, is it Fox?
Yep. Yep.
Very, very bad at that. Huh.
No problem. No problem. I started out as sort of a really, really generic fox, and I still am a pretty generic fox. I mean,
Mhm.
red and white. I mean, what's that about? It's so boring. What the hell are you up to? But I just thought the only distinguishing feature of my persona is the fact that whenever he's in a room, whenever he there's a picture of him, the shadows fall dramatically at an upward angle, so that it looks really really scary.
Ah,
but yeah.
thinking the word demonic, or
Yeah, pretty much as if he was standing on a luminescent floor or something, and uh, yeah, the shadows fall really dramatically.
dun
Yeah,
dun dun.
That's cool.
yeah,
Achter. That means real, right? In German.
yeah. Echte means real, but
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
It's pretty much the same in Afrikaans, which is absolutely amazing. So in other words,
yeah.
you're
Afrikaans is pretty related to Dutch, I hear.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Yeah.
it's
very,
kitchen Dutch.
very
Some
close to
people would say
Flemish.
yes. Most
Okay.
people would get very angry at us, especially the Afrikaans group of people, for saying
Okay.
yes, it is kitchen Dutch. They'll continue saying that it is an actual language, which it
Okay.
is. Which I can't deny that it's an
Hmm.
academic
Yeah.
language.
Hmm. And technically
Okay.
the youngest
I'm
language, youngest official language.
Yes, technically.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
That's
Technically,
interesting.
the
Actually.
newest, youngest language should actually be, if I'm not mistaken now, I mean the what's the word?
Esperanto is that's sort of a made up language that
Yeah,
nobody uses, but actually it's still recognized as a language, I guess.
I
Yeah.
wasn't gonna say funny. I was gonna say now, obviously, tsotsi means thief. So
Hmm.
in essence, it's actually sort of a semi-slur term, but they call it tsotsita,
Hmm.
which there should be, I guess what you could call it is vernac or South African vernac, which is
Okay.
a combination of like several different African languages, English and Afrikaans, all mixed into one, all differently regional, and should in fact have been by now, at least according to my linguistics lecturer back in 2012, accepted as a new language within our culture today.
You
So
think so?
Okay.
South
I
Africa
see. I'm,
always,
I'm rec- I recently started my attempt at learning Dutch.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, with Duolingo, that
Oh, the app.
e-learning thingy. Uh, um, and I have a phrase book here that's sort of like, uh, um, yeah. I started to learn some sentences by heart, and then sort of hoped that something would develop from there. Because one of my favorite furry artists is Dutch, and yeah, I wanted to commission a picture from her in her native tongue.
Mhm.
That was sort of my goal with that. Yeah.
Who is said artist, if I may ask?
Henrique. She's a sort of a really toony style to her art, and she draws stuff in the style of, I don't know, Karl Barks um, or early Disney.
Okay.
That's yeah, that's
Okay.
the thing.
I think the name rings a bell. I can't, it doesn't like pop right into my head right now, but I think I know who that is.
She's one of my favorite artists because she makes just so cute art. It's just it warms my little black heart.
Okay, cool. Oh shit, one sec. Um, so, what area of Germany do you hail from?
I'm from Saarland, from the southwest border of Germany. If I if I'm throwing a stone with full force, I
Hmm.
can hit France.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah.
nice. I've always been,
That's
yeah, I've always been jealous of like most of the like Central European countries, or not Central, like um, like the Western, what's that West? Yeah, Western part of Europe, where everything is like a stone's throw away. Like France is right there, Belgium is right there, like Spain is maybe a day
yeah,
or so away, kind of thing. Uh,
yeah,
it, it must be amazing to tour the country if you have like a week off or something, or tour the like countries, I
yeah.
suppose.
I guess I mean we have sort of this really extended history of really weird things that happened everywhere, and wars and everything was, and Europe just, yeah, it's
Mm.
it can be fun, I guess. I'm just not I think I'm not cultured enough to appreciate it appropriately. Um, yeah.
Different people find
Uh,
interest in different things.
yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm understand. I'm able to understand everyone who is fascinated by this stuff, but I'm just not that much interested.
Ah, okay.
I mean, if I'm seeing an old cathedral like or something or Gothic architecture, something, I'm just I'm not like I'm not my jaw doesn't hit the floor and I'm not like flabbergasted with awe.
Mm.
I'm just like yeah, that's a nice building. Well, continue on to the freaking Starbucks or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also kind of like that. Like, there's something to be said about uh, the history of any given place and like what happened there way back when or what it was constructed for. Like, but for some reason,
Yeah.
I find it really soothing to spend time in like a city to see like how they operate differently, how differently they operate from what I know, and that's always been kind of
Yeah.
the attraction for me, like how
Yeah.
different cities
I see
operate
that.
normally.
Yeah.
Ivy, Quebec,
Yeah.
Yeah.
cool.
Hmm.
Are we just talking about like how close everything is in Europe and how nice it would be to travel like so far so quickly?
Okay. Well, I mean,
It's pretty condensed attraction wise.
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
It's yeah, that's sort of an advantage, I guess. Yeah.
yeah.
Because I mean, in America, I mean, they in America they just they build uh, castles out of freaking wood and stuff. It's just because they don't have castles over there. They
Mm,
didn't have that history. They didn't have
yeah.
they
Yeah.
America is so new. It doesn't have a rich history to look after to look in the review mirror and be afraid of what you see there. Yeah.
Yeah, fair point. What's his name? They have like if a building is restored to how it looked, let's say 100 years ago, that's like, oh wow, like that's amazing. But like castles and uh, forts and stuff have been standing in like France and Germany and Spain and England forever, and they're like hundreds of years old, and everyone's just like, yeah, okay, it's there. Like it's never really been a thing.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
But yeah,
That's sort of my reaction as well.
uh,
Yeah.
Hmm.
everything's always how can I say this? Like different people have different uh, things that they're attracted to. Like I said, like
Yeah, I
like
mean, different folks, different strokes. It's just, yeah,
yeah, for sure.
it's
Like
just, it's just whatever. I mean, I had a friend in my early childhood years. Seriously, that he was obsessed with everything historical. It was
mhm.
like he had sort of like learning books on architecture in fucking seventh in the upper at middle school and stuff. It was
Wow.
freaking ridiculous. It was, uh, but yeah, he ended up being a banker. So I guess that wasn't that wasn't
Wasn't
what
sustainable.
he ended up being.
Huh.
Yeah, wasn't sustainable. I studied art history for a while, but that just bored me to tears. It's well, I mean, once you see the 11th, I think up to the 11th statue. Once you date it and once you analyze it scientifically, you you begin to feel bored about this the thing.
I can
And
understand that.
yeah, so yeah,
Yeah. If you stare at anything too long, it becomes
I didn't.
boring.
Oh, hush.
Yeah,
I'm a teacher.
yeah,
Can't get bored. I'm not allowed to.
yeah.
Always have to be
Okay.
engaged. You learn something new every day.
Yeah, yeah.
Ah!
Or you die.
Fair enough. You must be an academic, and you must be a teacher, and you must be this thing. Oh, don't forget your admin.
Yeah. And while you're at it, mark these things.
Yeah. It's like, hey, while you were busy doing your research for that thing, you got behind on about 3 days of marking that you didn't even realize happened. Oh, look, the exams are just around the corner. Woo!
Oh,
Luck,
whoops.
lucky you.
Mm-hmm.
Lucky. Lucky.
But
Yeah.
fair enough. So anyway, touring aside, obviously Eurofurence 22 is coming up. Apparently their theme is 80s, which
Yeah.
I guess, and I mean, I don't mean any offense, but like it almost seems like Germany seems to be sort of stuck in the 80s, like mentally a lot of the time.
How do you
Okay.
mean? Like,
Um, I don't know,
I,
it just always seems like that. It's like, but it's always the 80s from America.
okay.
Like this take,
Also,
I don't know. It's weird. Like, I mean, if we listen to music that does come out of Europe and stuff,
oh,
it's
yeah,
just
okay. Music-wise, I guess you're right. Yeah, we're not the most innovative of of music of musicians. With, I mean, that's I think we're just slow on trends. I
well,
think that
granted. I mean, you guys created pretty much industrial metal with Rammstein back in 1992,
yeah,
which
well,
was absolutely amazing.
and don't shoot down Kraftwerk either. Like they were like one of the first like
Kraftwerk,
proper
yeah,
electronic bands.
Or
yeah, yeah,
Eisbrecher,
yeah.
or how do you say it?
Eisbrecher?
Eisbrecher, yeah.
Okay. Well, I haven't actually heard of that band.
They're like Rammstein, but like darker. Not darker in lyrics, but darker in music. They're like doom metal
Okay.
almost.
Oh, I see. Well, no, I actually haven't heard of it. I had a history with with Rammstein. I heard it all throughout my had a short obsession with Rammstein at like 80, 18
Hmm.
something. Uh, Pretty much know some lyrics I still know by heart, but not,
Hmm.
not much.
And don't we
Yeah,
all?
yeah. Uh, Rammstein was always that interesting period in your life where you're
Yeah,
going,
but I had also an episode happen to me on a social networking site where I listed one of my favorite bands was Rammstein, and some girl was just out of nowhere. I didn't know that girl, but she just came up to me and just shouted at my timeline, "Fucking racist! Why are you looking at a fascist Nazi? Why are you listening to Rammstein?"
"Mm,
Fucking every, people who listen to Rammstein are fucking Nazis. And I'm like,
wow,
why?
What?
No, they use this sort of this sort of thing ironically, super ironically. I mean, uh, it's 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 not. I mean,
It's not supposed to be
yeah,
like any
it's
Nazi propaganda.
Rammstein are Rammstein are actually, if you pay attention to the lyrics, they
yeah,
are pretty left leaning. I mean,
yeah."
it's yeah,
Mm.
it's just nonsense. Yeah.
Kind of like a more metally German System of a Down. Because System of a Down was also
Uh,
left-leaning as hell,
yeah.
dude. You know
Yeah, no,
this.
true.
They were left leaning to the sort to the almost to the point of masochism.
Yeah,
Seriously, it's
Yeah.
they were
uh,
left leaning before it was cool.
Like
yeah.
I was listening to some of their songs recently. I'm like, this could kind of be considered like I don't
Bernie
know,
Sanders
domestic.
rhetoric.
What?
Bernie Sanders' rhetoric.
The more like
Um,
quasi like domestic terrorism ish kind of stuff. Like,
no,
You say,
they
but
have
that's not left leaning.
yeah, but
yeah,
I know.
domestic terrorism. Yeah, see, they you can tell they have read Noam Chomsky. I mean,
Yeah,
seriously, it's yeah, it's like everything that bad that happens on the world stage is caused by the evil Western governments and USA
and
especially,
yeah,
and
and
what
capitalism and
why? Yeah,
consumerism and
yeah,
everything.
capitalism and thing. Yeah, the
Well,
world stage is
Nomsky, I'm going to call him Nomsky from now on because
Yeah.
it makes it sound
Chomsky.
funny.
That's cute. That's
It is
cute. You
quite.
should. we should draw some fan art of that.
Yes.
Chomsky just eating something, cherry or
Nom
something.
nom nomski.
Wait, hold on. So he's got to be a fox because he's manipulative. If that's the case.
Oh, hey, yes, that's speciesism. Fuck you!
I'm part wolf, part fox, so I mean, kind of happens.
Okay.
Like I was taken out for being a hybrid. Uh,
Filthy mixed blood.
filthy mixed blood. Um, but yeah, I mean, like, yeah. So obviously, if anybody's ever willing and ever listens past 20 minutes onto the podcast, um, you just,
Why would you?
please do us a favor and possibly draw
Nomski.
Noam Chomsky as an anthro of your choice, and then his name is Nomsky.
Nom nom nomski.
If no, if no one's if no one's doing it, then I'm jumping in. I'm doing that.
Okay.
It's cute.
What was the what do we get to? Like why? What were we saying about Nomski?
How did we get to Noam Chomsky? I actually don't know.
Me neither. I'm like,
System of a Down. I know. Rammstein, left-leaning, System of a Down, masochism, Noam Chomsky.
Yeah.
That was it.
That's a line of thought. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so I'm assuming our next proper jump is probably going to be Freud.
Ugh. Okay.
Yeah. Why do you hate yourself? Tell me about your childhood, Noam.
Do go on. This is very interesting.
I'll see.
Say hi to your mom for me.
With a thick Austrian accent. And just,
Oh, he was Austrian. I forgot. I thought he was.
Mm.
Yeah, I thought he was German for some reason.
no. Do you know the two most the two greatest cultural differences that Austria has made?
Mhm.
Convincing the world that Hitler was German and Beethoven was Viennese.
Lol. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Big blame shifting. National pastime.
Yeah.
yeah, that's yeah. I mean, with all the talk of Britain leaving the EU and stuff, it's pretty. It's depressing times in Europe. It's
Yeah. I don't necessarily see that happening.
Let's
I
hope
mean,
not.
I just pay close attention to the rhetoric, and I think it's happening. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's nothing better than having like our specific economies. They're directly connected to, international events happening at any given point.
Fuck, any
So they're
economy is
gonna-
connected to anything international these days.
Yeah. But even then, I mean, like when in 2001, like our currency went up, but it recovered relatively quickly in comparison to most.
Mm-hmm. Not by
And
much
then-
these days, though.
Eh, look, I mean, yeah, we'll recover back to like 17 rand after that happens, I guess.
Actually, I don't know that much about South Africa aside from that. Aside from one thing, and that is that you have some sort of a country within the country. It's Djibouti, I think.
Lesotho.
Yes.
Lesotho. Okay,
Yeah.
Lesotho. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I could have. I want at one time. I had all the African countries. I could name them by heart and just learn them, but I can't anymore. Actually.
Was it
and-
learning
and-
list history?
No, I know. you know that song by the Animaniacs.
Yeah, fair enough.
Lesotho, Malawi, Togo, Sahara, Hetson, Niger, Nigeria, Chad, Liberia, Egyptian, something. I could have. I can sing it by heart in German, but not in
Okay.
English, actually. Yeah.
Huh.
And,
Okay, well, that's actually,
another thing I know about South Africa is that Richard Dawkins is from your country.
wait, what?
He is.
Yeah, Richard Dawkins is a South African of South African descent.
I do not know that. I know Tolkien is of South African descent.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
He's from Kenya.
But
Okay,
who?
yeah.
Yeah.
Who? Richard
He's
Dawkins or Tolkien.
No, Richard Dawkins is from Kenya, Nairobi.
Seriously? Oh shit. Oh, excuse me.
Whew.
Wow. No.
This shouldn't be a relief, but
It's just like my worldview is still fixed.
yeah.
Not
Okay.
broken just yet.
Weirdly enough, for a man who's 75, he looks very, very good.
Yeah.
He was born in 1941.
Jeez.
Yeah. He's freaking old now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can tell. I mean, judging by his Twitter feed, you can tell that the man is freaking old. He doesn't know how to relate to the youth.
Even though the youth follow him religiously.
What?
Ah!
What?
Oh shit! Shots fired. Oh
Shots
dang.
fired. Anyway, so back to furry things. Um,
Yeah.
Richard Hawkins.
Oh damn.
That was stupid.
Okay.
I mean, still.
No. Nomsky, Hawkins.
Yeah.
Dang. We can keep going. Sorry.
Scratch.
Yeah.
Scratch.
What?
Neil deGrasse Bison.
Oh fuck.
Easy. Uh,
Oh dang.
uh,
Um,
Uh, it'll take too much brain capacity to just to.
I'm thinking of more now.
Okay.
as they come, just randomly shout them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So while we're busy thinking of all these names, so obviously like Eurofluence is coming up soon. It's in August, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
And like, jeez, all the finalizing must be like pretty harrowing stuff. Are you going to Eurofluence?
Yeah, I'm going. I'm so going. It's. I mean, I don't actually like the theme that much this year. I mean, I'm not the biggest '80s fan. I mean, the '80s had a couple of awesome things, but I can't really relate to the '80s in any way. It's sort of a thing that you do. I mean, if you relate to the '80s, you just do it ironically. Just sort of like look at my look at yeah, peace, brother.
No, that's the
Chillax, home
60s.
skillet. Okay, so yeah.
Yeah.
What was the '80s? Like the punk generation or?
80s was the rebirth of
funk.
punk.
Mm-hmm.
Metal had become like the new pop music at the time. Hair metal was big back then. I
Oh
can
yeah.
only really relate to this stuff in music genres.
Yeah, metal.
Kiss.
Obviously in the 80s, like rap was a big thing, and especially like the dark rap that was coming out at the time with Tupac at his heyday and all of those people
All right.
who'd started in those times and things like that.
Yep.
Large amounts of gang wars apparently, from what I heard.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot of weird stuff that came out of the 80s. Obviously
Rubik's
neon.
Cube. Yeah, neon. Yeah,
Oh
everything
yeah.
was freaking neon and ridiculous clothings and stuff and shoulder pads.
Yes, shoulder pad.
And the birth of Nintendo. Ah,
Yeah.
the birth of video games.
Oh, the rebirth of video games.
Yeah, that happened in like '85, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Collapsed.
yeah.
Collapsed. And
Yeah.
lost
Fair-
it again.
Yeah, fair point. Yeah.
Phoenix.
I still want to watch that documentary about them like finding the landfill where they stashed all the old ET for the Atari 2600 cartridges.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a documentary from that. Yeah.
Yeah, people paid like
Yeah, but
incredible
it's
amounts
just-
of money for that.
Yeah, I mean, it's just it single-handedly collapsed the industry. It's just
Yeah.
a weird thing that happened.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't say single-handedly. It's just like that was the straw that broke the camel's back for the
I
industry.
guess in
Just-
the end, yeah.
Look, I mean, just on point. I mean, the 80s was also the birth of, furry as we know it today.
Oh shit.
I know. Still. Oh yeah, sure. But still, I can't really relate to it. I mean, I'm a '90s kid. Seriously, I'm just Limp Bizkit and freaking Korn and stuff and early
Stuff and
Gorillas and
things.
stuff and things and the By the Way albums from Chili Peppers, and I'm just yeah. I can't. It's not that awesome. I think the theme is not that strong.
Yeah.
But I'm still going. I mean, it's freaking Eurofurence. I mean, I participated within the fandom for like a year now, or 2 years. I mean, depends on what you count, what counts as participation. But still, it's I'm pretty much I'm hyped for Eurofurence at this point. It's,
Yeah.
Hmm.
this time was so much fun.
So jealous.
Do you have any? Do you have any conventions?
We're working on it.
Well, we are working on it.
Oh, yeah.
Which is actually one of the things that obviously you heard earlier before we actually went live. Scratch and I obviously have a meeting this Wednesday to finalize a whole bunch of things and ensure that things go up before the end of June.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the website will be up. We'll send I think we're gonna go like full on international on it. If people want to come, then they want to come. But yeah, I mean,
Cool.
like if you're able, then chip in and join in. We're
Yeah.
gonna try to get up like some form of itinerary, and that's what we're gonna do on Wednesday, Scratch.
Yes. Okay.
Work out an itinerary, one that's workable with the group of people that we have.
Yep.
We can also do a bit of an outreach, see if there are people who are international who are more than willing to come this way, if they're wanting to go on holiday and spend their time in the frigid wasteland that is Free State.
That is the Bloemfontein. Yeah. Oh God, that's the now that sounds depressing. Like, come
No, well, I mean,
come
like,
for a
it's
holiday in Bloemfontein of all places.
the land of roses in the winter.
I don't know. That makes it sound
Look, I
depressing.
mean, the thing is that it's a really really nice town, Bloemfontein. Like it's beautiful. Like the crisp winters there are pretty interesting. It's a very flat town though.
Yeah, well, it's the Free State. Everything's
So-
flat there.
Yeah. But I mean, like the thing is that it's all about being there, enjoying some time together.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like the thing is that it's supposed to be the build up for the next one, so that we can get to like some
Yeah.
sort of consensus, like
Yeah.
find out whether we should move it around or whether we should keep it in the same place. Um, yeah. So I mean, it'll be that place.
That's
Mm.
the thing. The first thing is you can't expect it to be huge from the very start. It's just you have to build this.
Yeah.
No,
this
of course.
thing, yeah.
Mm.
And yeah, that's what you that's what you have to expect.
Yeah.
But still, I mean that sounds awesome. I mean
Yeah.
you are involved within the planning. Seriously, that's cool.
Yeah. I tend to I tend to come up with all the very very kooky ideas, and Scratch keeps on telling me no, that won't work.
I'm not trying to put you down. It's just we can't have like a petting zoo at the place. We can't do
But I
that.
mean, a petting zoo would be like one of the most amazing. Wait, granted. Okay, fair enough. Over 18s only, petting zoo. This doesn't sound like it's going to bode well. I agree with you.
Yeah, and alcohol.
And alcohol.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna say and alcohol. That's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
There's the peanut gallery from behind me. Part of our live audience says he makes a very amazing lamb roast.
Ooh.
So petting zoo might be a good idea, and the thing is, it'll be fresh.
Yeah.
Everybody can get involved in the gutting process.
Huzzah! I'm super stoked
And
for
if
that.
somebody's very good at knitting, we could use a wool sweater.
I'm gonna shave the thing as well. Like, ugh. That sounds like way too much effort, honestly.
Yeah, yeah. Your plans begin to degenerate at this point.
Yeah.
But,
We started at a
remember
petting
that
zoo and
word-
somehow we like have an entire spit going.
Hey, look, I remember, I'm an ideas guy. We're obviously gonna make things like that work. So
yeah, yeah.
We can make some of them work. I'll listen to your ideas, but not the stupid ones.
how about the idea of having
you
gone
can't-
to South
I mean-
Africa?
I mean, you can't determine if it's a stupid idea before you have him say the idea. I mean,
Yeah.
It's part of being an ideas guy. You just have to spout it all out, and if it turns out to be stupid, then it was stupid.
Yeah, have some self-policing, like, yeah, put your own filter in first, like, run it through your own mind, see if it's a good idea from like every aspect, and then talk to me.
Of course, I always do that, but I mean,
Uh-huh.
for humor purposes, this is probably funnier.
I guess.
Yeah, you being a
It
total
actually
ass
really
clown.
happens like that, where we're just lying. Dude, we need a hot air balloon.
Why?
Seriously, right now,
Yeah,
need
like,
one.
do not question me, just get it.
It's going to be in the shape of Mickey Mouse.
Ugh, our corporate overlord.
Yes.
Corporate overlord.
We'll be Disney
Yeah,
like every other fun did so far.
yeah.
Yeah.
I, I need a hot air balloon shaped like Mickey Mouse, and like 50 buckets of vanilla pudding. Like, do not ask me why. It just has to happen like tomorrow.
Because I need to throw it all over the town.
Trust me, it'll be amazing.
Yeah.
Vanilla pudding for everyone. It doesn't matter if
Out
they want it or not.
Yeah.
out of the air balloons. Sure. Here, mortals, have some pudding.
The mouse god provides.
Where did that come from?
From him.
There we go.
That was me.
Oh boy!
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh
Ugh, we are children.
Eventually, what would happen is that Mickey Mouse would turn into the Dark Mickey from like back in from like what was it? What's that game that he's in?
Epic
Oh,
Mickey, the brush thing?
Epic Mickey?
No,
Yeah.
no, no,
Epic
no.
Mickey
Well,
plus Russia.
is there a Dark Mickey, like a really really evil Mickey?
Hmm.
I don't know, actually. No.
I don't,
No.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Epic Mickey.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah,
Epic
yeah,
Mickey.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I thought no. Yeah, never mind. But yeah, so we'll be the Dark Mickey, like randomly throwing like white paint all over everybody, but it's actually just pudding. And eventually, what we're going to do is that we're going to fly the balloon in such a way that this pudding will then create a massive white like version of Mickey's head all across Bloemfontein.
Hmm.
Oh damn. Yeah, just a signal for the aliens to abduct everybody or something. Just
Yeah,
yeah.
just so that the
Corn
aliens can
clap.
know that we can send those signals too.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All hail the great white Mickey.
Just, yeah, take us to your leader. Oh, sorry, Walt Disney is in like fucking ice right now. Just wait a
Cryogenically
while.
frozen, yeah.
Yeah. You want to meet him? I don't think he can talk, but maybe
Uh,
you can make him live again. This is what he was for the last 20 fucking years.
use your alien
I don't think
technology.
so. I mean, if you look at cryogenics technology, he's probably just mush right now.
Yeah.
The
Like
poor
it,
guy. I mean, yeah.
like his brain is just
It
like
doesn't
a popsicle.
work like that.
Oh, somebody opens the jar. Ah!
Oh no! Some of Walt has dripped on my shoes.
Yeah. Oh god, I got
Oh,
Walt on my shoes.
some Walt all over the floor. Somebody swoop him up.
Epic Mickey was here. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, like that's some interesting banter. Um, banter. Yeah, it's a thing that Doug does quite often.
Banter.
Panthers.
Banters. So yeah, I mean, like furry things aside, obviously you say that you got into the fandom about 2 years ago. I'm sure that you were probably interested yonks before then, but I mean, like what
Yeah.
initially dragged you in?
Or
I
who?
mean, what initially dragged you? I mean, I'm depending on what you mean by furry. I was a furry right up until the age of 12 or something. I
Hmm.
mean, it's. I mean, furry to me, furry is someone who is interested in anthropomorphic animal characters.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was me 12 years ago, and I mean, but I didn't. I wasn't involved within the fandom up to 2 years ago, I guess.
Okay.
Started making my FA account and uploading stuff and meeting local furries and and being a nuisance to everybody. And that was yeah. But that was my journey. But what dragged me into it? I mean, I don't know what dragged me into it, dude. I can't really tell. There was a movie. I don't know um, I mean, Watership Down was probably
Ah,
one of the major contributing factors to it, but
you.
also, I mean, the Disney afternoon stuff
Yeah.
with 101 Dalmatians, the series. I
Oh.
still draw fan art of that. The cat pic was so freaking amazing. It was so awesome, and I don't know how to wait. Now, there was a film, Hugo das Dschungeltier. I don't know what the English name for it is, but I think it was a Dutch movie actually.
Hmm.
Uh, Hugo das Dschungeltier. Well, and yeah, that, from that forward, it just got better and better.
Mm.
And
No.
now I just saw Zootopia for the sixth time, and
Jealous.
my eyes still glaze over. It's just so awesome.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a lot to like about that
But
movie.
talking about Watership Down, like the first time you said that, I was sitting there going like, as soon as you said it, the first thing that happened is that female rendition of Bright Eyes uh,
Oh,
constantly like plays in my head, and I don't know, like that series broke me as a child.
I think it broke a lot of
Um,
kids.
I
the
think like
series?
it
You saw
wasn't.
the series?
Yeah, no, it was definitely the series, but I mean the movie
No?
as well. Like, um,
Yeah,
I still remember that they aired that after they aired the series,
yeah.
and I just would like I would sit there and I would watch the intro and I would watch what was going on, and I'd be
Uh,
sitting there like almost sometimes stopping myself from inconsolably starting to cry because things are
oh,
just going so very, very wrong for people.
yeah, yeah, yeah. For bunnies,
Hmm.
but still, yeah. I mean, I mean, from a movie standpoint, from a cinematic standpoint, I'm still more a fan of the movie than the series.
Mm.
But there's a big but coming, and
He likes big
there's a
butts and he
big
cannot
but that I
lie.
cannot lie. I thought the same thing right now. If you hadn't brought it up, I okay. But the series has a much a way better soundtrack.
Yeah,
Way better soundtrack.
no, you're right.
You remember the "Thank You Stars" song?
Yeah.
Some call it faith, some call it love, some call it guidance from above. That was like that broke me. That
Yeah.
song broke me.
Mm.
And yeah, I went to the actual Watership Down in Britain.
Uh-huh.
That's sort of like that was pilgrimage. That was spiritual for me. Seriously, that was one of the greatest moments in my life. Seriously,
That's
And
cool.
now you
uh,
kill the what am I talking about?
Kill.
Now you are the one thing that kills rabbits quite often.
not that I know of.
You're a fox.
Yeah, but I'm a vegetarian fox. What is this madness? What is he talking about?
He's
But still,
lying.
he's like, I don't care about.
Goddamn vegans.
Goddamn. Yeah, and I mean, in Zootopia, they don't predators don't eat meat as well. I mean, it's been established that they eat some sort of
Tofu.
insects, no, insect stuff,
Yeah.
insect proteins.
Yeah.
What is this? Insects don't have souls like
N-
fish, apparently.
Depends on the insect. I mean, I study philosophy. I'm not sure about many insects having consciousness.
mhm.
Uh, not
This
not sure about that.
this would make for a very, very interesting, like, walk into a bar like thing right now.
Okay.
an engineer, a philosopher, and a linguist walk into a bar.
And discuss whether fish
Okay.
have souls.
Yeah, and there is a punchline in there. Haven't grasped it yet, but yeah, there's sort of there is potential for a joke there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we won't find it because, well,
Yeah.
philosophers
Never
I mean,
finding the answer.
there's a no.
and
I mean,
linguists are literally philosophers anyway, and so are engineers because philosophy started all science.
I mean that's what we pride ourselves on. It's yeah.
Yeah, and
But
obviously, you guys get to say like Immanuel Kant without like laughing. Oh wow, okay, never mind then.
without every, I mean, yeah, I would have said we can say the name Immanuel Kant without sounding pretentious, but we still do. We do sound pretentious talking about Immanuel Kant. Uh, that's sort of because philosophy, to a huge extent, is a pretty pretentious field of endeavors. It's just it is, but it's not in a bad way. In a pretty interesting way. It's interesting to sort out what is just pretentious nonsense, and what is actual. I mean, I'm tempted to say knowledge.
Yeah, like
Um,
from philosophy sides, you guys have pragmatism versus
yeah,
the
yeah.
head in the sky versus the
Mm.
ground is the ground is the ground, but what happens if the ground is not the ground?
The nothing in nothings.
Yeah.
Pragmatism,
It's
utilitarianism.
But then again, I mean, the same goes for most soft sciences, and we're going to call them soft
yeah.
sciences. I've signed myself to the title by now.
You don't want to call it humanities?
Yeah, I know. It's. I mean, I've been reading de Saussure's book now recently, and the damn thing is a fucking mindfuck to begin with. I'm supposed to teach this. Uh,
Okay.
And I mean, like you sit there going like, okay, so here's a term that I would like to use for this type of thing, and this is the reason why this term would be good, but it is not good because of these reasons. Therefore, I will replace it by this term. However, this term doesn't work either, so I'm fine for on this term. Also, please just all remember that everything that I say is actually arbitrary.
Okay. At the end of the day, why did I read this? It's
And
Yeah.
just
that's
yeah.
that's literally how it's been. I've had
I
to
mean,
try to.
it's yeah. It sounded like it's just like at the end of at the end of the journey, your travel guide just commits seppuku and just kills himself.
Yeah. I think
Um,
that's what eventually happened. I think his brain exploded.
Yeah, I think as he finished the last paragraph, just I don't know,
I don't know, man.
shot
Yeah.
himself in the brain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sounds like a really quick lead up to nihilism.
Yeah. African or European? I don't know that.
Why are we making Monty Python references?
Because Monty Python's also a lead up to nihilism.
Yeah, fair point.
Everything leads to nihilism.
Nothing is safe from us. We don't care.
Because because everything leads to death.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, I embrace that side. Seriously, I'm just not depressed by death. Seriously,
Yeah.
it's just. I mean,
Yeah.
at some point, your car or your house or you whatever will die. That doesn't mean that you have any more reason to to enjoy your car, your thing, your whatever less
Because of that.
while you
Yeah.
have it.
Yeah.
The
Then
same
again,
thing with your life.
isn't
It's
that then just being hedonistic?
Nah, not really.
it, it's I mean,
Enjoying the material things that you have while you have them is literally sort of a form of hedonism.
yeah. I mean, I'm not just talking about material things. I just used material things as an example
Mm.
to illustrate it better. But I mean, the same thing goes for your mental health or for
Yeah.
your or for any positive attribute you find in people or
Yeah.
whatever. It's the same thing. Be happy with it while it lasts. It's just yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Have the same relationship to everything as you would have with with your car.
Or that chocolate that you're going to eat.
Nom.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. You're not depressed while eating the chocolate just because eventually you will stop tasting it. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
At the end of the day, you will probably brush your teeth, erasing the taste of chocolate from your tongue. But who cares? I have chocolate. It tastes amazing.
And thus erasing the memory that you ever had chocolate to begin with, especially when you wake
Yeah.
up the next morning to have another bite.
Yeah. Then you
I
then
mean,
you just
if
have
my if
more.
my if my if my toothbrush could erase memories, I wouldn't use it.
Yeah.
Forget me now.
So, um, you are you're obviously familiar with the Ursa Major, right?
That's a major, yeah.
Yes.
The contest, the furry
Yes.
contest thing, yeah. I'm not. I don't know who won what or what the results are actually
Oh.
just now.
Huh.
I mean, you can still surprise me by, by with
Hmm.
your announcements, yeah.
Okay. But do you know who was on the list at all?
Not at
Oh.
all. Nope.
All right. Sorry, that question went nowhere.
Badly.
Okay, I see. I mean,
Was thinking of sort of starting a conversation about the Ursa
I
Major.
thought,
Mhm.
I thought there was. I mean, just that's just one thing I'm really bummed about. That was last year's Ursa Major went. The short film category went to I think Furry Force.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Furry Force. And
Yep.
I was really bothered by that. I wasn't happy with that at all. I mean, it's just why do we embrace this? Why is this something to be embraced?
Well,
Is that really is are we really just hugging our stereotypes and saying yes, that's us? We find that awesome. Yes, more please. I mean,
well,
this short film has just misled really many people, and I'm not a huge advocate of that.
I
Sorry.
I don't know. In essence, it's much the same as like uh, accepting to an extent. I mean, if you're being bullied by somebody, not reacting to it or reacting to it positively instead of negatively, because obviously the idea was to get a negative response. And I mean, giving it a positive response means that it doesn't necessarily, um,
It
you know,
loses the bite.
yeah,
Does it validate it or doesn't it
it,
validate it?
it
It
shouldn't.
does validate it.
Look, at the end of the day, validating it or not, I mean, it's there. We can
Yeah.
all sort of stand up and go, ha ha, fuck you guys, we're going to
Yeah.
burn your house down, which
Yeah.
literally validates it even more
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah, I
the
mean,
exact
not. I mean,
reaction.
not that. I would. Really would have wanted. Not anyone burning a house down or something. I mean, I would have wanted to see a bunch of thumbs down on that video and just people being just writing this guy. No, sorry. This. I mean, that's probably funny to many people. It's just not. We had to deal with a bunch of crap in our history, and this is just yet another instance of the same shit we had to deal with since forever, since the dawn of time, and we're
Mm.
sick and tired of it. Please, I do not validate this. Instead, we went ahead and validated, and we're like, yes, awesome, please more.
Mm.
I don't like that.
I think, and look, it's probably the way that the Ursa Major is set up. Obviously, people nominate it, and if it gets nominated, or if it's on a list of nominations, or if somebody nominates it onto that list, it makes it onto that list. People
Hmm?
then sort of narrow that list down depending on how many people have nominated the same thing, and
Yeah,
then obviously directly after that, people vote for it. And the thing
yeah,
is that maybe it was for a. Let me actually have a look quickly.
yeah.
Because I have a feeling it was for a lack of other extremely like potent
Entries in the genre.
entries in the genre. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic, BoJack Horseman, which I've never heard of, Littlest Pet
That's
Shop, and The Beach Bears.
ooh.
I mean, like
Did you
seriously,
bear it?
yeah, you're gonna put Furry Force amongst My Little Pony, BoJack Horseman, Littlest Pet Shop, and The Beach Bears, and you're gonna go, yeah, okay, this is a good list. Like the thing is that again, I mean, My Little Pony had won like several times beforehand. I've never heard of BoJack Horseman. Little's Pet Shop is literally My Little Pony with pets, and then the
Mm.
Beach Bears I've also never heard of.
Mm.
Mm,
BoJack
actually,
Horseman's actually kind of
yeah,
funny.
really, I think, yeah, I think you're right. It was probably also for the lack of
Good
um,
material, basically.
competition.
Yeah.
Competition, yeah. It's just the competition was really shitty in that year, but still, it's yeah, you're right. But
No,
nominated
but
it at
yeah,
all. It's just
I
um,
understand the
um,
frustration.
Mm.
It's like,
yeah. It's. I mean, you can ironically embrace a thing,
Hmm.
something derisive or something. You can ironically embrace it, but on the internet, irony just gets lost on people. It doesn't come across as us being ironically in favor of this, just being yeah, that's also right. It comes across as us being just okay with it because it sort of fits, doesn't it?
Mm.
And
lol, so
yeah,
true.
I'm yeah. I mean, if anything, the same thing with that's my major gripe with the furry fandom. It's people being way too I mean, I have the word in German, but I
Accepting
don't have
or
it in English right now. No, no,
Say it.
no, no, no. Just being neglecting. Yeah, it's just they have um, they don't self-police at all.
oh,
They just yeah. It's I mean you know the Tony Tigergate thing, something
God.
along those lines. I mean I don't know I don't believe for a second that those guys were actually really sexting with Tony the Tiger. I don't think they expected Tony the Tiger to write them back and
Was it?
engaging with them.
Mm.
It's just some trolls who thought they were funny and just screwed everything up in the process to the point that Fox News covered this and went like, "Look at those freaks! That's sort of a weird fetish, isn't it? Furry, what's that?"
Uh,
And
but it's not the first time that
yeah, yeah.
Fox News has done it.
I mean, Fox News is dumb, but still, it's still believed in USA. It's still
But
the major thing.
I look. I mean, the thing is that if we look at the demographics of people that watch Fox News to begin with, um,
Sure.
it's yeah. That's all I literally have to say. If we have to talk about the
Yeah.
demographics, then
Look at the demographics.
I mean it's demographics, demographics, demographics. You know,
Yeah,
Look here, boy.
but
I don't
still,
want you getting involved in them there furry shit.
yeah.
yeah.
I saw it on the
They're very
news.
cheap.
They're
Yeah,
sickos.
y'all hear me? If y'all dress up as a fox, I'll treat you like a fox. I'll
Mm.
shoot you where you
You're
stand.
lucky fuck.
Yeah.
Shoot you in your
Yeah.
heels. Yeah.
I will shoot you where you
Yeah, but still.
goddamn stand.
All damn
Boy, I'll tell
stand.
you what. God, I need to watch more King of the
I
Hill.
can't.
Sorry.
Yeah, seriously, I can't do a proper southern accent right now. It's
Mm.
just, it's not
Yeah.
within me.
It comes from watching a
Uh,
shit ton of TV. That's where I get
Yeah.
my accolades, my vocal
Yeah.
accolades.
Scratch when I first met him, like he was mostly speaking Afrikaans, and eventually I was speaking English mostly, and then he started speaking English with me, and he had no Afrikaans accent whatsoever, like none discernible. And I asked him about it, and he's like, "Yeah, it's because I watched a lot of TV."
Mhm.
yeah, I mean that's how I try to lose mine as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's just just my main source of entertainment is YouTube right now, and just German YouTubers are fucking boring, and I'm just
Wow.
it is. I mean, we have a handful of interesting people, and it's but not at all that much. It's just it's pathetic.
I actually
It's
wanted to ask, how much of German TV is like is dubbed?
tolerable.
No, is dubbed like actual like let's say uh British or American stuff that's been dubbed over. How much of that is dubbed?
How
Dubbed
much of
back into German.
that is dubbed? I mean, shows. I mean, we don't dub shows at all. As we dub movies and stuff. I mean,
Mhm.
we have. As I think 90% of movies are just dubbed Hollywood stuff, and
Hmm.
we have no real movie output out there. I mean, the German government tries to further um, movie production in Germany by giving them tax cuts and stuff. But
Mhm.
you know where that leads us to fucking Uwe Boll. If you don't know who Uwe
Oh,
Boll
oh
is,
God.
yeah,
Oh yes,
okay,
he's German. I'm sorry.
yeah, he he doesn't he uses those tax cuts. I mean, those movies aren't actually movies. You don't have to watch them as movies. They are simply tax fraud.
Tax fraud on
It's
tape.
just a channel for him. Yeah, that's just a channel for him to channel his money into, and
Yeah.
to avoid taxation. That's really his approach. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think I'm exaggerating there.
Yeah, I'm
I
pretty.
think
You,
you're
yeah,
pretty right. Especially ever since he started to try to make like movies out of like really good game storylines
yeah,
and things like that. And obviously, I mean, like, look, you take an Academy Award winning actor, you put him into a shitty movie, and you know what? He's gonna try his absolute best to do what
Mhm.
needs to be done. But I mean, if it's just no,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
mean, leave it.
yep. I mean,
leave
you
it.
can have the best winemakers in the world, but you can't turn shit into fine wine.
I mean, imagine
Yeah.
him making a Mass Effect movie.
Ugh,
Oh no.
I don't wanna.
Why would I? Why?
Yeah.
That just makes me depressed.
I know, right?
Yeah. No. It's just yeah. It's just a sad fact. It's we don't have much to offer in terms of movies, and we're just lame like that. It's just it's our entertainment industry as well. I can't laugh at that. I mean, out loud. Seriously, we have again a handful of people that I can actually really that can that can make
Entertain.
me experience that gut laugh. You know that
Mm.
that's funny.
Mm.
But aside from that, I just crack a smile every now and then while watching the Heute show or something.
You guys
It's
make
not
very good furry music videos, though.
Huh?
could
Like,
be. I don't know. I haven't watched that in terms of which nationality did them
It could be
actually.
Austrian, or something, but I'm in no doubt that it should be German. Last time I checked.
what is what?
Uh,
Name one.
um, lol. Raccoon keeps on posting them, and uh, what's?
I have no idea.
Never mind.
Okay, I mean, I just take that as given now.
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys make good furry music videos with like
Okay, thanks.
fursuiters. What's that black fur? The guy, the black dog fursuit.
I
Thanks.
don't know.
My
Me
research is
neither.
done.
Good.
Like,
Okay.
I have given up trying to figure out.
Um, furry music videos might work.
Oh, and another thing that really bugs me about being uh, about actually the German furry fandom. It's just everybody is so cynical. Everybody is so cynical about being a furry. It's just they don't
Pass
seem
it on.
to. So very many people don't don't seem to even. I mean, they just ironically furry bash all the time. It's just like, oh, damn furries, look at that. I mean, in a sort of serious way. And I'm just looking at that and being like, oh, you miserable people. Mm,
Mm.
it's an internet thing.
Uh,
I'm not.
no, it's a philosophy thing, I'm sure.
Yep.
But
Yes.
yeah, City of Angels, fursuit music video number 6 by Will Lion.
Okay.
No.
I think
So
it's German.
Will I am?
Well, I
Is
am.
that sort of a? Is that yeah? Will I am meets Snoop Lion. It's just okay.
What up, dude? I'm gonna get high
Who
now.
I
Snoop Doge.
I don't
for
know.
shizzle.
Snoop Doge. Nice.
Snoop Doge for shizzle.
That has been done, I'm sure.
I'm
Thank you
very
for
sure it has been done. I will not take credit for that.
Oh my god, it's been done.
Of course it has. Like, Doge has been done to death by everything and everyone.
Snoop Doge, natürlich. I mean, it would have surprised me if that didn't exist. Yeah.
Same.
Let me post the link of Snoop Doge. For those of you who haven't noticed, obviously they've done a Shrek Doge too.
Mm,
Of
okay.
course. Yeah.
Hmm.
Shrek is sort of MLG material.
Yeah, by now.
Emeraldy troll material.
MLG, yeah, MLG Troll something, yeah. MLG Pro.
But
It's
yeah,
all ogre now.
that specific like music video, "The City of Angels." Good lord, that's all I could say. Like it's some insane stuff there. Like I mean the let's just call it the the imagery that they give with the whole fursuit thing, and your fursuit being the thing that like um is the thing that protects you.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, it's like your secondary persona.
Okay.
okay.
It's like
I'll
you're
That's interesting.
I'll have a look. Oh, I think I might have
it's
seen this
actually
one.
bloody awesome.
I think I might have seen this.
Yeah, I know. I remember Rakuin posted that once to begin with, and like literally, I watched it and I cry a lot. This is something that people should know by now.
Yep.
When I make reference to the fact that I bawled like a little child, yeah,
Yeah.
I
You
was
sh-
literally bawling like a little child.
yeah, use a bitch.
No, I'm just an emotional person.
Mhm.
Can't you see? Stop shaming.
Stop,
Triggered. Yeah.
stop.
I'm gonna write an angry Tumblr post with our Tumblr page.
Please don't. Please don't
Which
populate
one?
our Tumblr with bullshit.
Uh,
Like, seriously. Keep your shit together.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean, I can relate. I have stuff that continuously makes me cry, and I'm not ashamed to talk about that. It's just whatever. I mean, I cry a lot watching Wolf's Rain or something all the time. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Uh, and yeah, I, fucking Guardians of the Galaxy had me
Oh yeah,
more.
Mm.
definitely.
But a sort of existential kind of cry because just fucking Rocket Raccoon is so awesome
So
and
hard nosed and
so
things like
so
that.
awesome. Yeah, and it's just I was I was I was in this fucking. It was just such a weird thing to experience.
Yeah.
I was in this cinema hall and the screen went up and everything was awesome and it was such a funny movie and um, fucking Rocket Raccoon is awesome and then it suddenly struck me. I mean, why isn't anyone in this fucking room just ashamed of their own existence at the sight of fucking Rocket Raccoon?
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, I just saw this fat blubbering something reach digging into his popcorn bag as if he was digging his own grave, and it's uh, it, it just struck me how can how don't they make that connection?
Yeah.
You see how can they make this link? And that's why I knew that kind of thing would happen again if I watched Zootopia.
Yeah.
This sort of existential
Like
is
that
this
little.
sort of existential things uh, I make that connection to my life and
Mm.
how much I um, how yeah how flawed the human perspective
Yeah.
may be,
No, I mean,
and that's why I went on the second day at release, not the first day, not at the premiere, but the second day when Zootopia was in the cinema, and late at night at 12 o'clock, because no one would be in that cinema.
Yeah.
And I went, I just walked solemnly back home after the movie, and not a single person walked beside me, and it was awesome. That was how that movie should have been experienced
Yeah.
in my eyes. Yeah. Okay.
Mm.
Yeah.
No, and I mean, you know, it was interesting. Like walking into Guardians of the Galaxy, I obviously didn't really know what to expect aside from the fact that Rocket Raccoon was there, and I was like, this is going to be pretty awesome. And from my own personal experience, like the very first scene with you know him and his mother, for me that was something that like really hurt me pretty badly. And I actually went. I went to go watch that the second time round. I had to close my eyes, and I was closing my ears because, like literally, like that kind of stuff happens. And there's very little you can do about it. But the thing is that you got to move on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I
And
think. Yeah.
but yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, like it's things like that. It's the entire idea of, you know, being selfless when you need to be selfless. Understanding that the world doesn't necessarily always revolve around you.
Yeah.
And I mean, and we're sort of treated as though, or like we treat other people as though they don't necessarily exist. And
Yeah.
I mean, and it's not necessarily it's weird though. I mean, like we come to the furry fandom for one thing,
Mm.
specifically because we know that there's some form of camaraderie that, and
Yeah.
like a lot of people would say that there's some form of camaraderie, and yet we still hate the same. Um, we still dislike other people for whatever the hell they like,
Mm-hmm.
because apparently everybody's opinion matters, and
Yeah.
it matters to the point that everybody has to listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
This is the social media age.
Yeah.
yeah,
Or
look, I mean, if we're allowed to speak, then we should speak. But instead of being constructive, we're always destructive about whatever it is that happens. And I mean, we base things on other people's flaws, and I mean, uh, you know, being human it's not a disease and it's not a curse. You just are,
mm-hmm.
I guess. I mean, a lot of people join because they think that the furry fandom is this way out, and eventually you stay in here long enough,
Yeah.
and you start realizing that you're just as trapped here as you were somewhere else.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I don't consider being human. I mean, something bad inherently, but I think some people experience it as a trap. I know that because I certainly do sometimes.
Hmm.
And I mean, I'm not some sort of Therian or otherkin. I'm not delusional that way. Sorry to any otherkin Therian listener out there. I consider it wishful thinking. I think, correct me if I'm wrong. I
Well,
don't, I don't want to trample on anyone's feelings here,
we'll put it down
actually.
as a
But
caveat that all opinions here are just opinions.
yeah,
Mm.
okay, yeah,
If you
sorry.
if one believes that one believes is in any way connected to therianthropy, you're more than
Yeah,
welcome to continue doing so. Our opinions don't
yeah,
necessarily or should not necessarily matter to
factor
change
into
your
that.
opinion
Yeah,
in one way or the other.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
My opinion shouldn't matter to you in that way.
Yeah,
It's just but I'm just describing here what my opinion is.
yeah,
It's just yeah. I'm not. I think that believing that I can't personally believe that I am something else than a human,
mm.
but I don't like it.
Yeah.
I don't like the fact the fact the that I am a human.
Your meat
It's
on bones, on skin, on
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I'm yeah. It's just. Uh, I mean, I mean, even from a design standpoint, I just think we're just flawed. It's just yeah, it's sad, and that's why. Okay, I got to talk about this one. It's there's a German poet called Rainer Maria Rilke. It's just
S-
Rilke for short.
Could
Uh,
could
uh,
could you repeat that?
okay, Rainer Maria Rilke. Maria Rainer, wie like Rainer Maria Rilke. He is he was he wrote a poem called Archaic Torso of Apollo. Apollo was a Greek god, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just it was he was describing an old statue in that poem. It's just like, oh, look at what light there this thing once was on the. So look at how beautiful this statue is. Was the essential theme,
Hmm.
and look at how awesome this is. And out of nowhere, it was a classical sonnet
Yeah.
yeah, 10, 10 paragraphs.
Yeah. Yeah.
At the last paragraph, out of nowhere came just look at how beautiful this poem is. You have to change your life.
Mm.
Look at how beautiful this statue is. You have to change your life. This, this, this feeling of looking at something and being and relating it
Yeah.
and just being like, okay, good, this is awesome. This is awesome. I have to change.
Mm. It's
That's something that happened to me actually a lot. I don't I don't consider myself to be unattractive in the conventional sense. Actually have high opinions of myself in that regard, but
but we all
I
do
don't. Yeah,
secretly.
yeah, okay. Yeah, we all do secretly. Yeah, I'm not so secretly. I'm just not subtle like that.
Not.
And and yeah, it's but still, it's like comparing it to what could be. I feel subpar. I feel not up to what I
Yeah.
should be.
We don't feel
Um,
like the Adonis that we're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's why
But
after seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, I did, was making sport again. I'm just
yeah.
it fucking this stuff motivates me.
Yeah.
Being my the thing yeah, that which anchors me to the furry fandom uh, motivates me to better myself.
Yeah.
This is yeah.
No, you're absolutely right there. One of the more interesting things is that when you were talking about statues and things like that, I was immediately reminded of Shelley. Um, and
Percy
Oz,
Bysshe
yeah,
Shelley.
the Ozymandias poem.
Mm.
I am Ozymandias. Look upon
Ah, yeah.
my works in despair,
Ye
and there's
mighty.
nothing but sand.
Mm.
And that's
That's
the one thing. Like, I mean, there's a difference though between making yourself great through material things and then making yourself great on some form of psychological level.
yeah.
And that
Okay.
would mean, like, I mean, being able to be altruistic at a time where you could be selfish about something.
Yeah.
And most of us tend to choose the selfish option,
Yeah.
specifically because we wish to protect ourselves to the point of maybe the true end of our life, which would be a truck. But we wouldn't
Yeah.
necessarily risk our lives to get hit by the truck to save somebody else.
Yeah. And I count myself in with that group actually. And I'm not proud of that either.
No.
I'm just it's just is a fact. It's just more selfish than I want to be.
Mm.
But the first step of changing that is realizing it, and it's just
Mm.
that's the thing. I think pretending to be much more awesome than you actually are is much more much more much more much more sorry,
No
my
worries.
words fail me. I can't gather the words. um, it's much more it's much more there. It's much more. There are much more, many more instances of. There are many more instances of of pretending to be better than you are than actually being awesome.
Mm.
I don't know if that made any sense at all, but I'm keeping it anyway. I'm not trying again.
No, I understand what you mean.
Mm.
Okay.
Like faking it is outnumbered by faking it outnumbers your genuine approach.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know, yeah, yeah, yeah.
no, I can get that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you know what? I mean, we're on the internet these days, and we try to be that person as much as we possibly can be. And in that
Yeah.
same sense, I mean, like as much as we try to be the person that we want to be, the person that we need to be, we
Yeah.
feel as though we're never doing enough. And obviously, the people around us, especially if they know us well enough,
Hmm.
or if they know us via, say, some form of media outlet, would judge us on our mistakes more than our sort of, I guess, what do you call them?
Achievements.
Scratch achievements, yeah.
Hmm.
But then
Yeah.
again, that's not even your friends judge you on your mistakes more than they judge you on your achievements.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not like I'm trying to go
Yep.
for my masters next year or anything like that. And at the end of the day, it's just another piece of paper that's just another step to where I want to be, which is having a doctorate.
Yeah.
But the thing is
Yeah.
that I do this because I need to more than I want to sometimes. I mean, I would like to sit back sometimes and go, you know what? I'm going to go with whatever, comes at me. And it just isn't enough. It's never going to be enough to just
Yep.
settle down and go, I am happy now. I mean, after my
Yeah.
doctorate, I want to become a professor at a university.
Hmm.
After my professorship, I want to be able to, speak to people in power and go, you guys are fucking idiots. Um, but allowing somebody to have that kind of platform is damaging to the social establishment and all of that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
it's very few times that we actually get to speak about topics like this on the podcast.
Hmm.
Specifically because I guess
We're supposed to be
it does
goofy.
exactly that. Yeah, we're supposed to be goofy. We're supposed to be like, oh, drunk and this and that and everything.
That happens
And
more
I mean, we
often
have a
than we
lot,
care to admit.
yeah, which is fine. I mean, like we love doing that as much as we love having conversations like this. I'm including in you in this,
Hmm.
and I hope you like to be included.
No, of course. Uh,
Um, yeah, and
Yeah.
scratch.
hmm? No, like I'm sitting here listening the whole time. Like I completely agree with what you guys say, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. The human condition is weird, man. Like
Yeah,
it's like self-preservation
Yeah.
in both a physical sense and a like uh,
metaphysical stakes.
well, not metaphysical.
Preservation is doomed to fail.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Self-preservation is doomed to fail.
yeah, but not everybody
because there are
knows
too
that.
many
There
factors
is.
outside of our control.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing. There is no win condition, but there's also no lose condition,
yeah,
if that makes sense.
yeah, but
It's
people
just
people give
whatever
themselves
happens, happens. It's
yeah people
just
people give themselves arbitrary win and lose conditions the whole time, and like
yeah,
most people hate
yeah,
like coming to the realization that everything I do and will ever do is going to turn to dust. So like just fuck it, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. It's just like Minecraft without the story mode. It's just
yeah.
do you make your own thing.
And
Yeah,
then something comes and blows it up anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah, genau. Yeah,
Mm,
I can't
truer
make
than
a
you think
Tinker
it is.
sound, but I would.
Yep.
And yeah,
You
and,
forgot to
yeah,
put
the
that
thing.
one light in that one area that thing actually came up and
Yeah,
snuck up behind you. And guess what?
Oh,
That entire AE system that you worked the last 2 hours on, fuck that.
fuck that. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, but really major back major ah major mistakes don't happen as often as people think they
Yeah.
do. They just remember them more vividly.
yeah,
The major mistakes in your life are just more present in your mind.
Hmm.
That's I think also that's why fur affinity seems way more pornographic than it actually is.
Yeah.
I mean, I have seen the stats. It's just 12% not safe for work. It's
Hmm.
actually not that much. And not safe for work can also mean artistic nudity or.
Yeah.
I mean, there is such a thing as artistic nudity. I mean, Michelangelo's David is not porn.
Yeah.
Uh,
Even though somebody
and
broke off the penis.
yeah, yeah, but still, even if the penis was still attached, um, yeah,
Yeah,
Still very average sized. Those of you who were ever wondering, his penis was average sized.
dude, it's available on the internet. Like everyone knows what it looks like. It's like, yeah, it's just another one
Michelangelo
of
was
the.
gay as fuck. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
Seriously, like I said, I studied art history for a while,
Yeah.
and Michelangelo. Either he was, either he was, possessed by an evil spirit that made him drew nude male bodies, or he was a bit gay. Nothing bad about that.
well, but remember, he was also a like, was it Michael? No, it's Da Vinci who was like a little bit of everything, because he was a like a physician as well. So maybe it's just literally the
Yeah, yeah.
understanding of the human body that drove him to do sketches of it, do reference
But
sketches, the Vitruvian
it
Man and
was
all that noise.
but the thing is, it was the Vitruvian man, not the Vitruvian woman.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
they do male-centric fucking
And even if
everything.
he, and even if yeah, and even if he drew women, he just drew them very manly. That's really peculiar. Yeah, whatever.
Hey,
Uh,
Mhm.
I mean, at the end of the day, maybe we found our very, very, very first pansexual person.
yeah.
Maybe. Then again, there was never really a word for that. You can't go back and like, so what's your preferred pronoun kind of thing.
I could, s- I could just imagine like
Oh my
them
goodness,
suddenly coming to talk.
Michelangelo on Tumblr. Oh my goodness.
uh,
You guys, I'm identifying as a black trans woman. Being yeah, I don't know.
yeah.
Uh,
Let's not
uh,
dive too far for fear of
Yeah.
no, no,
ire.
no, no, no. Yeah,
Look,
yeah.
Scratch, at the end of the day, I identify as a green wolf fox hybrid that has a penchant for wearing like denim jackets, denim
Mm,
pants, and
mm,
black shirts.
yeah. Like I
That's
identify.
awesome. There's awesome. Nothing wrong with that.
I identify as an attack helicopter. My personal pronoun is motherfucker.
But
My personal pronoun is motherfucker. That's awesome.
any case, so we are coming to the end of the end of the podcast, and thank you so much for joining us, Ekta. It was actually really, really
This
fun
was fun, yeah.
having you on and sort of like shooting the shit a little bit. And we do
Thanks, man.
actually enjoy like this kind of podcast, or at least I enjoy it quite
Yeah,
often.
Okay.
yeah. This is
Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
this is
and
awesome.
just sort of like in that sort of vein, we'd like to thank some of the listeners from First Stream. I'd like to thank Honan, Mind, Arashi, Foxlight, Ravensong, Iron Wolf, Victor. Scrolling up again because there were some people on here earlier that I did see. Kuroda Ryan and Klaka.
Maybe.
I think that's the other two that I might have missed off of the first stream thing, and obviously everybody else who's listening but not logged in. And then from the Fro.fm live chat here, we've got Bravura, who's obviously listening to us again. Wolf Puppy, Werefox, Cranky Capone was on for a while. And yeah, I mean, once again, like, thanks again for listening, guys. We really do appreciate your patronage,
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah, patronage is right.
Not that you guys are paying for anything, which doesn't technically make a
Your
payment.
viewership, your listenership, readership, whatever the fuck, man. Thanks for being here. Whatever.
Yeah, thanks a lot for being here.
Yeah.
And
Thanks, guys.
Not gonna split
obviously,
hairs.
we'll see you again next week. And
Provided,
yeah, I
you know,
mean, thanks again, Echte. Scratch, thank you again for putting up
enduring,
with our bullshit for a while.
enduring.
But yeah, we'll see you again next week, Sunday. We'll obviously update throughout the week and in respect to who the guest will be. We do have a couple of interesting ones that might be lined up at some point. Lulu might actually be more interested in actually joining us sooner or later,
Huzzah.
since FA is finally up and she'll be able to tell her artistship to actually join in.
Mm-mm.
So yeah, I mean, like we should have a lot of fun doing that. And yeah, on that bombshell, thank you again, Echte. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Prompt.
Bye, everybody. Be awesome.
Cheers.
And let's keep things great. Bye bye.
Yeah.